All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome into Locker Room Sports College Football Special Bracket Edition. We're glad we could bring this to you live here on the scene. We're going to break it in with our favorite special guest, always true and forever. He's taking a time out of his break for the weekend after celebrating all night down in the Dome as the Dogs take a big win and beat the shit out of Alabama. What's going on, son?
I went to bed after the Indiana game. I didn't celebrate all night.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I really didn't even celebrate. All I said was, it's about dang time. Dadgum, tired of losing to Alabama.
I know. I mean, Alabama fans need to just calm down and remember Georgia's had their feelings hurt so many freaking times. I mean.
Yeah, it will be all right.
Yeah. It's not going to be the end of the world. We're going to find out here where the bracket lays. We got it live rolling here on the team. What's going on, Jeff? Thank you for all your comments, scores, predictions. Good to see you on here. Hope you're having a great day. Let's see here. Well, there they are. While they're rounding the table up, what was your surprise by the game last night? Not surprised. I did pick Georgia to win, but how Bama lost, just absolute inept offense. Grubb has got to figure out a way to play SEC football.
It looked like the quarterback was being affected by the pressure that Georgia was unable to get in that first game, and
20 pressures.
When he was throwing to the flats, man, he kept throwing it at the running back's feet. He kept throwing it at people's feet.
Yeah,
I don't know.
That fourth down play when he rolled the guy, when he come across the long side and he had to throw it across the right side of the field late in the game, like he just completely threw it out of bounds.
There was no chance. No, Jolly Green Giant couldn't have caught that one.
No, and he had a guy open on the flat. His tailback was open on the other side of the field, wide open. Nobody's even over there. Now, we do have the AP poll out, and we're watching the selection committee. We'll throw this up here on the screen real quick. Y'all take a look, gander at this. AP poll rolling in right now is today: Indiana, Georgia, Ohio State, Texas Tech, Oregon, Ole Miss, A&M, Oklahoma, Notre Dame, Miami, 10, Bama, 11, BYU, 12. And that's not the committee. This is AP poll.
Supposed to be what the committee uses, but I guarantee you there are eyes looking at this.
Yeah, and you got Vandy right outside, which I'd rather see Vandy in than Tulane or James Madison. You got Texas 14, Utah, USC, Tulane, the highest ranked at 17, then Michigan, JMU, Virginia at 20, Arizona, Navy, North Texas, Georgia Tech, Missouri coming in last. So it seems to be that if Bama don't get in, does that put a precedent on? You may see some teams opting out of their. You may see some teams opting out of their conference title game.
I believe I've been one that believed the whole time that we've been talking about it is that Alabama is going to be in. I thought it would be regardless of the result because they made it to the conference championship game, and I do not think the committee is ready to devalue the conference championship games. They're not ready to get rid of them yet. I think Bama has to be. I told you earlier last week, or maybe even earlier today too. Last week's move to put Alabama ahead of Notre Dame, give them space to drop Alabama back below Notre Dame if they lost.
Right.
And that also gives them the excuse to not have to compare Notre Dame and Miami again. And in my opinion, you're going to see Notre Dame at 9, Alabama 10, and then Miami is going to be sitting there at 11, and they're going to be out because the two non-Power 5 schools are going to be in there. It's going to be, Tulane at 11, JMU at 12. I think I don't see anything other than that happening here. I don't see no way Alabama's left out. I'd be shocked.
Now, personally, and I'm not, I don't renege on what I say. I've been saying this for weeks. I don't like a 3-loss team in the playoffs. I just don't. Um, Bama losing to Georgia is not a surprise. I mean, like you said, at some time it's going to happen. Kirby, they look ready. And DeBoer seemed to say in his presser, which we're going to play a clip from Kirby on his presser that's really interesting. Both teams were beat up, and he acted like Ty didn't take a lot of reps this week, and he had a lot of guys out hurt. Both coaches said each locker room, we both got a lot of guys hurt. And if you're going to punish people for playing in a late game like this, then what are we doing? So, that kind of puts you in the mindset of, I don't like a 3-loss team, but if your third loss is in your conference title game,
that's my point. Yeah.
Maybe there could be I like to call it the Andy Griffin rule. You kind of bend a little, everything's just not black and white. There has to be something in the middle. Now, if they're just 3 losses, period, coming in, and then they go to their conference game, they lose, like Clemson did, and they put them in last year. But it's because of who they played. So, if Georgia had 2 losses and Georgia would have been their 3rd loss, and then you have 2 3-loss teams, well, maybe it would be different, but I don't like 3-loss teams getting in. I want to see good games, and how Bama lost. It's not the loss. I picked Georgia to win the game. It's how they played. They're not ready to play. They wouldn't have beaten Mississippi State yesterday.
He's talking about Notre Dame and Miami, and Curb Street says that the way they're going to be laid out, he doesn't think a head-to-head is going to come into play. And that's exactly what I said.
They're valuing losses more than wins. The strength of schedule is supposed to matter, and it has not. It just hasn't. All the committee's got is Bama lost to Florida State, and they can't run the ball. And they're punishing them for not being able to run the ball. And they want to see good games too. But miss me on that BS. If you want to see good games, and don't put Tulane and James Madison in, put in Vanderbilt and Miami.
Well, they don't have a choice. We talked about it. They don't have a choice when it comes to Tulane and James Madison. The ACC is what has caused one of those problems, one of those teams to be in there, because they're just average and beating each other up. That's what's going to create that second spot. Now, we knew coming in that there was going to be at least one of those teams, just because of the amount of conferences that we have.
Well, the bracket it's broke.
Yeah,
I don't like it. I don't like the at-large teams. Let them play their own conference title game. Let them go off and play, and have them a little 14 round robin. Put in, whoever the teams that they played, and put in North Texas and all those 4, and let them play, and have a.
Well, when you look at schedules, and like you talked about strength of schedules, nowhere close. Like in Tulane's situation, they're about to come in and most likely be the 11 seed, and they have a 30-plus point loss already this season to the team that they're going to match up against. Most likely,
Miami straight schedule is 45. Notre Dame's 42. That's who these people want in. They want to put in a Miami team that lost to SMU and Louisville. But we can't put in Bama, a team that did lose to Florida State, turned the ball over 4 times, lost to Oklahoma, and only lost by 2 on a missed field goal, and then split with Georgia and lost in their conference title game. So strength of schedule, if they don't get in, then that's just saying strength of schedule don't matter. So what's going to happen now, you're going to see teams opt out of their conference title game because, like Kirby said, we're going to play a clip here, what he said. It's just not worth it, because the way it's going to be next year, the game that everybody watched last night, that'll just be the 9th game, the 9th conference game. Then you got to go play your conference game. We're beating each other up here while Ohio State and Indiana are playing non-ranked teams, and nobody's hurt. They get to, when they play Maryland and Rutgers and UCLA and, paddy wagon teams, they get to set their players. They're not injured. That's the difference, because the Big Ten is not every week playing these ranked teams like they are down here. Yeah, they're playing a ranked team, but then they may not play another ranked team for a month. There's a difference there. And that has to be recognized. And either we're going to do something about it, and strength of schedule is going to matter, or it's not. Either it does or it don't.
Yeah.
It's one of the two.
We're going to find out today.
Yeah.
Because they're gonna announce these. I don't know how soon they're going to announce, so we're going to have to sit here and look at what they're talking about. They're talking to Nick Saban right now, and they just moved over to.
It's showing us a 3-hour show.
Yeah.
No way. Come on, guys.
I don't think they're going to drain it out that long. But
for God's sake, I ain't got no use for this guy right here. I sold out on him about 5 or 6 years ago. He was covering NASCAR when they had that crap happen with the Bubba Wallace or whatever had the news hanging on the door.
Yeah.
He threw a fit about it. And then come to find out, when I saw the picture like a few days later, I was like, well, that's stupid. That's wrong. You shouldn't do that. I mean, be funny, ha, but, And then I seen it like, bro, it's a freaking rope handle for a roll-up door. I've worked in shops half my life. That's not racist. And he's just throwing a fit. He bowed down. He bent a knee. He done what he was told by ESPN. Him and Herb Street both. No use for me. Herb Street's crying on TV talking about systemic racism. What? So that kind of stuff, I don't even pay no attention to those people, man. They're letting politics leak into sports, and I don't want that. I just want to talk about football.
He's in Alabama, of course. I mean, I don't see how you can have Notre Dame above Miami all these weeks, all this time. The only argument that I could see, if they were to put Miami in, which I don't think they will, would be the fact that they played each other and they were compared to each other, and Miami's the team in.
I don't understand look, man, Mark Ingram and Damian Harris, Alabama alums. Mark Ingram won on their first Heisman, bro. And he said yesterday on Fox, he's like, I can't in good conscience feel like Bama should be in this playoff. They are not ready to play any ranked teams like that. and here's a question, Burrs. Do you keep your alumni card and take up for your team and say, look, I think they play a tough schedule, and just me personally as being an alumni Alabama, I'm going to say we should be in. But they're not. I think that's kind of a knock on against the university. You're supposed to have spokespeople for your university, the guys that played there, the main one Heisman there, and he's knocking the team. I think, like your media connection people or even DeBoer, somebody's got to go to Ingram and say, hey, man, if you got something nice to say, don't say nothing at all. That's kind of bull crap. I know you're media now and you got to have an opinion, but you're not like old fat boy Big Mad over here that's saying he don't think they should be in because he don't like a 3-loss team in. He don't like how they played. You actually played here and won a title here and won a Heisman. I think you need to skip that BS because it's a bad look because a lot of people are watching him and a lot of other people are going to go, hey, you know what? If Ingram's against it, and well, he's right. I don't like that. I don't like Ingram doing that. He's been hanging out over Meyer too long.
Yeah, I wouldn't condone that, but I still don't think that. I think Alabama's in. I don't think there's.
I want to see Herschel Walker come out against Georgia saying, I think they've been pretty good this year, but they lost to Bama last night. I don't think they should get in. What? Herschel Walker? Are you kidding me? What are you doing?
I hear you.
I don't like that. We could say it. We didn't play there. We didn't play college ball. We're just, I went to Jacksonville State, which we got, God darn, I was so mad. Did you see any of that game?
I watched the fourth quarter of it.
Why didn't we blitz everybody up the middle and quarterback just run around the end for 15 yards? Got rolled up in the kicker net over there. God darn, that was a terrible defense play call. Didn't like that for my Gamecocks. Strength of schedule, that's a lie. LIE, don't sell your alibi. You're a damn liar. They need to stop putting that on there.
Head to head, that could be. People could consider that a lie.
That's a lie too. And why is Notre Dame ahead? Why is their strength of schedule 45?
Yeah, that guy, Jeff. Yeah.
Him. Yeah, McCarron's running for some governorship over here in Bama. He's going to run on Senate. McCarron's getting in politics over here in the state.
Come on, guys. Let's get it together. On this list.
Yeah,
they're still deliberating. They still deliberate.
3 hours?
Just kidding.
That can't be right.
It ain't gonna take 3 hours. It'll be out. Well, here it comes. Here's Heather. She knows.
Yeah, she's usually right. Let me see here. Hang on.
It's been tense. Look, they went until 2:30 in the morning local time, with most focused debate and discussion focusing on these three teams: Bama, Notre Dame, and Miami.
You hear what she said?
Yeah.
The season, how they've talked about it. Well, everyone besides
They met until 2:30 in the morning talking about Alabama, Notre Dame, and Miami.
So the way Alabama played in the SEC championship game against Georgia very poorly opens the door for debate. They will certainly consider dropping Alabama, but how far? Miami needs them to drop to number 11. That happens. Miami and Notre Dame are in, no matter what you think about that.
I don't think that they dropped 2 spots. I think they dropped 1 spot. They split the 2 up, and I've mentioned what I think. So.
Shortly.
But you got to give Bama credit because now they have a road win against what's going to be probably the 2 seed or the 3 seed, and the SEC champ. So that puts another check on their resume.
Well, there's got to be something. There's got to be.
They have the brackets. They're filling out the stuff.
It's just like it's the same thing with all the rule stuff we got going on. There has to be some kind of boundaries or rules and there's just not. Maybe Bama's got to be the whipping boy, which, for something to change. Like they don't get in today. And
if they don't get in, something's going down.
They're going to have to change something. The way Kiffin had to leave to go to LSU, me personally, I want to stay, with my team and see what happened because I'm just that kind of I looked at it.
Especially since they're going to draw, somebody that they've already beat by 30 in the first round.
6 years, man. You work on something, and then you finally make it, and then. But on the other side of that is, I have to leave right now. I can't not. I want to stay. They should do it like the NFL, and we do it at the end of the season. But the way the portal is and the way signing classes are, they're going to have to fix this. But
everything's got to be moved and molded so that it works like the NFL.
Yeah, but the problem is that these are students that take tests. And then the other side of that, some people said, well, half these guys are taking online classes anyway. That it's not like it was, 10 years ago. You had to be in class, and it's going to be difficult to them to prepare for a bowl game because X, Y, and Z, and they're going to be off campus here, and they're going to be out of the stadium, so they're going to miss tests. But that's not how it is anymore. That's not how it is. So there's got to be a way to tweak this to fix it where coaches can take other jobs and their team they're leaving not get punished. I mean, if they get fired, but you shouldn't be able to fire a coach in the middle of the year. This James Franklin case, that's another precedent for things that need to change. You shouldn't be able to. I don't like that. Just fire a guy. He had a bad cut like 2 weeks. He's been there 15 years.
I don't have a big. I don't have a huge problem with firing them in the season. I don't think it's a smart move. But the reason it's done is so they can get started going into the future. And if if you couldn't talk to these guys or you couldn't do all this until after the season was over, until the springtime, then you wouldn't probably fire people as much because you have time at the end of the year. Because you're not firing a team firing a guy that's making the playoffs. You're firing a guy that's losing 3, 4, 5, whatever, however many games. So they're not in they might have a bowl game, but after December or whatever, they're done. Then you fire him. Then you got till summertime OTAs. That's the way I envision it. I think it should change to that. I think the spring should go away. Move to the NFL model. Summertime OTAs. Your season and your school start in the fall. That type deal. But
yeah, Gruden. If anybody's looking for one, look at Gruden's latest video. It's exactly how they should do it. I mean, it's exactly how, and he knows. I mean, this guy's been in NFL, and he knows how it's all set up and how it works. And Lane had to go take the other job. And they wasn't going to let him coach, in a rival game. This ain't like, Summerall going from Tulane to Florida. This is different. It's completely different.
Ben Smith says he's calling it going to 16 teams. I believe it eventually will, but I don't know if they're going to get there this year.
They're going to vote on it after the title game. It was supposed to be next week. They're going to fix it.
Yeah, they pushed it back, right?
Yeah, they did. They moved the meeting back again.
I guess they want to see how bad this selection show is.
How bad is it going to be?
Yeah, what's the fallout? And then we can make a decision what we want to do.
All right, Bama don't get in. All right, today it's 16 teams. Bama, you're in. All the Auburn fans' faces will melt off in the floor. They'll hate that. For some reason, it's still football season for Auburn fans when it's not. It's basketball season for y'all. So y'all don't even have a talking card for college football.
So they don't play again until next year.
You lost 6 straight to Bama. You don't have a card to talk. All right, here we go. Let's see what we're going. They're probably going to do the all the way up to 12, and then they're going to talk for an hour.
Probably.
And nobody's got a problem with that. Made Ohio State look bad. No, Jeff, they're not going to fire the offensive coach because they had a bad day. Come on, Jeff. Don't be Alabama fans. Don't be like them. Fire DeBoer. That's some piece of, I tell you what, fire him.
Indiana, number 1.
Yeah, don't. Jeff's wanting to fire Heartline Birds.
No. You fire that referee that didn't call that hold on that play right there because that was a hold.
There's a lot of that last night.
Yeah.
Refs have not been good this year. Who's going to be 2? Ohio State or I'll say Georgia.
I would imagine Georgia after a title. Did they leave Ohio State?
They're number 2.
There you go.
So Georgia will be 3. Tech will be 4.
That's very interesting. Well, that eliminates the Georgia-Alabama rematch in second round.
Which is good. And that may be why they done that. Because you do want to see good matchups.
That also brings Ohio State and A&M or Ohio State and Alabama, and that'll be a good matchup.
I think Alabama and Ohio State they look a lot alike to me.
You got an ex-Alabama quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, how they play, their defense, how they set up, they don't run the ball great. Their defense is pretty good. Quarterback is good sometimes, but saying ain't played nobody.
I mean, you've seen how their offense performed against the best defense that they played all year.
But we know last year the first round buys all lost.
Yeah. I think it'll change, though. I don't think that's going to happen this year.
Because Georgia ain't going to play till January 1st or 2nd.
Yeah. You would imagine they would be in the Sugar Bowl. And
Kirby hates it because when he was at Alabama, they talked about it, and he's like, man, being off a month.
Yeah. But right
know,
now, I mean, can
you got to
they
keep
get
your
help?
kids. Yeah, well, that helps, but trying to keep the guys focused. They're going to go home for Christmas and go deer hunting and go eat some turkey and, man, then get back for practice. It's hard to keep them locked in.
Somebody's going to.
Texas Tech
Right.
4.
Yeah. Yeah. Not surprising. That is a little different than I would have, but I'm not surprised by that.
Yeah, I saw it. I watched them play 2 games this year. Their defense is pretty good. They fly around the ball. They tackle well. And that little tailback they got, Dickey, I don't know how good he'd be if he'd run around out here trying to get some boys from the swamp in Georgia trying to tackle him. I don't know how good he'd be, but
we're going to find out. They'll probably draw Oregon. They should draw Oregon.
Yeah.
After they beat the bricks off of JMU. Excuse me, JMU fans. I like how they're going from top to bottom because there's less less drama there.
Yeah.
Oregon's your 5 seed.
So Oregon will play Tulane. The Tulane will go to Oregon.
James Madison. Tulane will be the 11 seed.
Okay. So James Madison's okay, yeah.
Yeah, because as long as they're still Tulane was ranked above James Madison, so as long as they're still ranked above them, then yeah.
Good luck, James Madison, traveling Eugene, Oregon, in one of the loudest stadiums in the country. I don't want to see that. I would put in Vanderbilt.
I hear you. That's just
put in Miami. Put Miami and Vanderbilt in this.
That's already baked into it. It's the rules of the committee or the rules of the playoffs. All the conferences agreed on it, reluctantly.
Their Cinderella stories is all bullcrap. Everybody going.
Not at this point.
Who's going to be 11 now?
11 will be Tulane, a team that's already lost by 30-plus points to Ole Miss.
Why are they going to rematch them?
They are going to rematch them. I guarantee
that.
They're going to.
Do that.
They're going to. It's the terms of the
Nobody's watching that game. Nobody's tuning in to watch that.
Ole Miss is loving it, probably.
Oh, sure. He's like, oh, yeah, we can go out there and walk around in pajamas and beat this clown show. God dang. It's terrible for ratings, though. Anybody making no money. What advertisers want to advertise on that game?
Oh, they're going to advertise. Oh, Tulane's a champ. They're coming back for revenge.
Yeah.
7 should be A&M. Is it A&M?
Right.
Yeah.
They get to host, too. They're probably going to get Alabama.
That's what I would imagine. Unless, for some reason, they leave Alabama in front of Notre Dame. And that would definitely change Alabama's.
Are they going to rematch Notre Dame with A&M?
No, probably not. I would say Alabama. I'd say Notre Dame's going to jump Alabama. They'll go to 9. That's the next. The next thing is who's at 9. That's going to be the biggest thing for me. There's your Oklahoma at 8. So either Bama's going to play A&M, Oklahoma, or nobody.
They're talking about Oklahoma struggling on offense. Why aren't they playing? They drop. Bama has bad offense, and they drop.
No other data points.
And Bama we outgained them.
Yeah, by double, wasn't it? Yeah.
Doubled them up.
There we go. Resume comparison.
Well, Notre Dame don't play a conference championship game, so are they going to reward that?
Well, Miami does, but they didn't make it.
And they didn't even make it.
That's why I say Alabama's in. Now, I don't know if they're going to be 9.
Yeah, Alabama
It's 9. Woo.
rematch.
I like it. I like it. So what that does is that puts Miami and Notre Dame right next to each other. So you got no excuse now. Is it head-to-head?
They're going to rematch everybody.
Is it head-to-head, or who do you think's better? This is going to be very interesting. Now, Alabama, if they can beat Oklahoma in the rematch, they'll have Indiana. Man, I like it. I like this playoff so far.
Indiana's going to beat the brakes off them. 36-0 at half.
Nah.
But they won't score that much, but I don't know if we can score.
9 seed. I'm surprised that the committee didn't throw themselves a bone and swap them back.
They didn't even move them.
Hey, well, that values your conference championship game. I did not see them staying at 9.
Yeah, I agree.
I like it. I like it. Next one's huge.
It's going to be Notre Dame. I don't think they're going to move them.
Well, they're right next to each other now, and they lost to Miami. In this situation, Miami's got to be in my opinion.
Yeah, but SMU and Louisville suck. It's going to be Notre Dame. They love Notre Dame. They're the – oh, my God.
Miami. I told you.
They did value head-to-head.
They had to.
Notre Dame, the Catholics are just
pissed
and prayed, and it
get in the conference. Get in the conference. Woo! Wow, I love it. I love it. They set it up too. They set it up to do it. Somebody on ESPN said that they were setting it up, and by leaving Alabama at 9, they executed it brilliantly.
Well, now this is bad because everybody on the committee is going to hell for not putting in the Catholic Church.
Hey, they lost.
You may not put us in, but your salvation is in question, son. Say 7 Hail Marys.
I know 1 or 2 people that are going to be upset.
Well, beat Miami, I guess. Or join the conference. Do one of the 2.
Head-to-head.
It was only a 3-point game, too. Oh, wow. What a kid.
So, Notre Dame is going to be the 11 seed, which is not going to matter because 11 and 12 are both going to be eliminated.
See, this is where they may come in and change it. Say, this group of 5 crap's got to go.
Well, I hear you.
If they go to 16, that's the only way you can make everybody happy. Notre Dame can get in, and your crappy non-group 5 teams get in.
Yeah, Jeff. ACC got one into the at-large. Miami jumping Notre Dame.
Didn't even play for the conference title.
They did beat them head-to-head, though. I mean, I'm not hating it.
No,
I'm getting messages left and right. What the heck?
Huh. Can A&M beat Miami? I think they can.
I think it's a pretty good game, though.
Reed's trouble, man. He's a problem, bro.
I agree.
Their defense is pretty good. They might give Beck a hard day. Bama could have beat Oklahoma. All you got to do is take care of the ball. That's it.
Yeah.
You beat Oklahoma.
Yeah. Got to go back. Got to go to Oklahoma. So Tulane is your 11. Well, they're your next highest. So I don't know what they're ranked technically. I can't read it. I'm a little behind you. 20. So they're ranked 20, and they're going to be the 11 seed.
Yeah.
Ole Miss won by 5 touchdowns the first time they were in.
I just soon put in Notre Dame. Let Notre
Next
Dame
is
go play.
JMU at 22 or 23, probably.
See, this is where I'm lost.
Unless
I wanted
Duke
to-
shows up. Unless Duke shows up here
Oh,
now.
please, God, no. No.
I don't think
Idiot.
so because of the 5
Idiot.
losses.
This is where I want to see Vanderbilt, and
You're not going to. You can't. It has to be.
I know,
it has to
but
be the
it's
next
not
highest
fun.
champ.
James
There's
Madison,
JMU.
no, it's not even. Oregon can play their second team and beat these guys. The talent gap is huge.
24 seed JMU.
Yes, we get to go to Oregon and get our ass whooped. Woo!
They're fired up too, boy. Do you see how fired up they are?
I've never seen somebody so fired up get an ass whooping in my life. God,
Line it up. Here it comes.
Go get just give them their party gifts when they get there and say
No Irish.
I
Yeah.
hope
No
they don't get
Irish.
somebody. Just hope they don't get somebody hurt.
Woo wee wee. All right. Well,
First
we
team out is Notre Dame.
Yeah, we knew that one's coming. We knew that was coming. Second team out.
BYU.
Yeah.
Well, there you got it, son.
Yeah. The bracket is complete. 12-5 matchup, JMU at Oregon. 9-8 matchup, Alabama at Oklahoma. Tulane as the 11th seed will be on the road at Ole Miss. And Miami will be in College Station against Texas A&M. I do not have any issues with it, to be honest with you. Do you have any issues? Besides the whole setup of the playoff, you haven't. I know we have issues with that. I do too.
Yeah.
But
But
what they put out here.
no. I mean, if they're going to go by, if they're going to go by what the rules are, this is how it's supposed to be.
Yep. I'm not saying that we're loving the rules. I'm just saying. Wow, that was. I really thought.
Jeff, mail check. I'll send you a traveler's check for $1,000, and you send me $1 if JMU beats Oregon. Nah, it don't matter. It's cold in Alabama too. We're coming out there to whoop somebody's ass. What we fix to do? How big a boy are you?
Well, I like the rematch too, though. It gives them an opportunity. It's the only rematch in the first round. So, yeah.
Oklahoma. What in the Sam Dickens is going on here? Okay.
We're going to see. We're most likely going to see Chambliss again, Ole Miss again. Ugh.
Okay.
It doesn't mean it has to be exclusively an open court thing. It doesn't mean that they have to put Miami in front. All I'm saying is that I don't think we should create the idea that they couldn't really consider it until they were wrong. That's not how the protocol is set up.
There's you.
You see how this has turned out. What's your reaction to this decision and the playoff rankings look?
Right. I think the fact of the matter is all those teams should have gotten in and deserve the right to play in the football playoff. And for years now, we have kept tweaking the criteria of how we select teams to be in the playoff, whether it was a 2-team BCS, whether it's a 4-team playoff, and now 12-team playoff. But really, I think that you're going to have 2 teams in the playoff. No
Now we
disrespect.
got something to talk about.
That are nowhere near ranked.
Oh, yeah.
There's some other teams that are much better than them.
Okay.
Something that we can learn.
We got 2 rematches.
I mean, this has got to be devastating for everybody.
So I'll just go ahead and move to the top one here, Burge. You tell me. Oregon and Texas Tech. Now, what game will that be, though? Now, if we looked at this, is that going to be will they use the ball game for that one? Which one? I wonder which one.
Yeah, it will be whichever one is left. Let me pull it up.
So the bowl, I'm sure they probably already got it made. I guess.
I would have. Well, they'll have it made.
James Madison plays Texas Tech in the Cotton Bowl.
Well, hold on. Let me look and see.
And then,
so your 4 options. Oh, hold on. Got a video going in the background. I don't know if you can hear it or not, but let's see here. You got the Cotton Bowl, the Orange Bowl, the Rose Bowl, and the Sugar Bowl. So the number 1 selection will be obviously Indiana. Would they choose the Rose Bowl, maybe? Who does Indiana choose? I don't know. Rose Bowl, Cotton Bowl, Texas. They'll
take the Rose. Big Ten always takes Rose Bowl.
All right. Then 2 will be Ohio State. So what do they want? If the Rose Bowl's not available, do they go to Cotton Bowl, the Orange Bowl, or do they want to go to New Orleans? It really depends on what they pick.
Well, I guess it depends on who wins. If Miami wins, I'm gonna play the Cotton. I don't want Miami to play at home in the Orange. You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I mean, if you're gonna let me pick.
Yeah. Well, the problem is, when do you have to pick? Because if you have to pick now,
which I think they do,
then you don't want to play in the Cotton Bowl, because if you play A&M, you're in Texas.
I think
you're kind of screwed if you're Ohio State as far as selecting.
Just pick the better weather. That's what.
Yeah, you're right. Miami will be much better weather.
The high during the day will be in the 60s. I mean, it's going to be January, maybe a little cool, but you could go play in the Dome because the Cotton Bowl. You could go play inside. That may be what they want to do.
Is the Cotton Bowl an inside building?
Is it?
I don't think so. I know Sugar Bowl is. I would imagine somehow or another Georgia ends up in the Sugar Bowl, unless one of those other 2 teams take it, which they normally don't.
No, not usually. So Georgia plays the Sugar. So Ole Miss and Georgia rematch in the Sugar Bowl. A&M plays Ohio State in the Orange Bowl. Bama. Well, I don't know.
Jeff says Cotton is in Jerry's world, so that will be yeah.
So Bama should be able to beat Oklahoma. Is Oklahoma going to be able to beat them twice? Probably not. So Bama
I would favor Oklahoma.
Bama goes to Pasadena to play Indiana.
Very well could see it.
And Texas Tech. What was their ball?
They would have whatever's left. Yeah, they'd have whatever's left. If the Cotton Bowl's left, they'd love that.
Yeah, they'll take the Cotton if Ohio State don't get it, because Georgia's going to take the Sugar.
If it's available, they'll take the Sugar Bowl.
Yeah. So we kind of got an idea of how this may. So now here's the question. At all those matchups, I already picked winners for the first round here. 2 of them's pretty easy to pick. Okay. Ole Miss and Georgia played in the Sugar Bowl rematch. It's hard to beat a team twice. Can Kirby do it?
No, I think Kirby's team has improved since they played Ole Miss. I don't think Ole Miss scores as much as they did, and Ole Miss defense is not the same. I would take the Dogs, and I think they'd probably be favored by
Yeah.
7, 6.5, 7.
So then you're going to get I like A&M to beat Miami. So we'll have Ohio State and A&M play in the Orange Bowl.
Yeah.
I think A&M's defense is just as good as Indiana's. And quarterback play, Ohio State's defense, they're going to have their hands full running Reed up and down the field. I think A&M will have a great shot to beat Ohio State. So now here's the one I left for last. If you noticed that, could Bama go to the Rose Bowl and beat Indiana? I don't see it happening. They're just not playing. You can't beat nobody, especially a team that's got a quarterback. He can throw it. He can throw the ball around the field.
Now,
I think Bama's defense is going to give them a lot of trouble. Number one. Number two, to define that even smaller, he has not seen speed at the DB positions that he will see in that game. He has probably not ever in his life. So that's going to be a huge problem. I don't think Indiana will run the ball with consistency against them. But here's the other side. Can Bama, what do they do, against Indiana? Can these receivers get open? Because I don't know none of Indiana's cornerbacks are going to play in the NFL.
I think Alabama is capable of beating Indiana.
Talent-wise, they should be.
Their best, Alabama's best can beat Indiana. But is that what you're going to get?
Right. So that would be
1 second. I'm gonna have to jump off here for a second. I'll be right back.
Okay. So deliberate this question then. Bama would get Texas Tech in a semi game. Georgia will get A&M in a semi game. So you're going to have Georgia A&M versus Texas Tech and Alabama. I like Texas defense. I like how they play. I don't know if it's just it's two sides of the card with Bama. With the talent that they have, they could better run through this thing and probably meet Georgia for the title. Right. Hang on, guys. There we go. Are they going to be able to beat them for the title? Could Georgia and Bama have a rematch? Hang on, let me fix this camera. Okay, so does Georgia and Bama in a rematch where, if that's how it ends up, at the end of the day, do they, does anybody like the rematches though? Are y'all kind of on board with the, let's see. Man, that's going to be James Madison, Oregon. This is what I'm saying. I know everybody wants to have fun, and there's a small school, and the Cinderella game, and tell me, I mean, if you want to see that James Madison Oregon game, in the comments, just say, yes, man, that's the game we would like to see. Tulane, Ole Miss, they're rematching the game. It wasn't even close last time. God dang it. Oh, me. This is killing me, bro. What week did they play? Let's go back and look at that game since we're on here to look at this. Ole Miss. Ole Miss. Let's go here. Go to Ole Miss. Bumper game here. Go to Tulane. It was 45-10. I'll go here and here. Share screen.
Back.
All right, Birds. We're looking at 45-10 game. This is what people want to see. This is what everybody's ready to tune into. 56 yards passing and 178 rushing. They made no sacks and 42 tackles. Ole Miss's Yates led the team in tackles with 11. Deuce had 100 yards receiving. Chambliss rushed for over 100. Kawan Lacey rushed for 68. And he threw for 300 yards against this Tulane team. Where are we fired up about this? It was 23-3 at the half. I just can't. We just got to get out of that.
I was interested and I pulled up Massey and was looking at some projections. It has Oregon projected 35-14 over JMU, which is,
No, stop it. Put in Notre Dame. Let Notre Dame play Ole Miss.
Yeah.
I'd rather see that game. They'll score more than a touchdown or two. Come on.
Tulane and Mississippi State has 37-20 projection. So 17-point game. Got uglier than that the first time.
What about Oregon James Madison?
35-14. Yeah, Oregon over James Madison. Let's see what they've got on Alabama at Oklahoma. I guarantee you they have Alabama picked. 24-21 Bama.
24-20. What?
Yep, that's what they have.
Okay.
And then your last one, Miami at Texas A&M.
Yeah.
31-28 A&M.
Mm-hmm. All right. Now work backwards. A&M, Ohio State.
This will be a neutral site game. So Ohio State, A&M, neutral site, 31-17 Ohio State.
Good Lord, man, I don't go along with that. That Compute Massey ain't got eyes.
Gives them 82% win probability.
I've seen these guys play, and I think Ohio State, A&M's got a pass rush, man. They can get after Osei, and Reed's going to be trouble to tackle. They're one of the scariest. Go ahead and do Georgia and Ole Miss.
It shows 27-24 Dogs.
All right, Bama and Indiana.
This will be a very interesting one, and I'm almost thinking we're not going to like what it says.
No, we probably not.
28-21 Indiana.
Yeah. All right, Oregon and Texas Tech.
Now this one,
that'd be an interesting game.
yeah. I gotta You got to scroll down far to get to Texas Tech. Texas.
That may be the most interesting game of a quarterfinal.
Yeah.
I mean, really.
30-27 Oregon is what
Ooh.
it would like.
And Indiana's already beat Oregon, so they ain't gonna beat them twice. So Georgia and Ohio State, who's the winner?
Oh, I can already tell you who they're going to like there. They're going to like Ohio State. I would imagine, 24-17 Ohio State.
So they got Indiana and Ohio State playing for it again.
That's exactly what it. And obviously,
who they like on the rematch of that one?
Oh boy, I didn't even dive in.
Indiana, can they beat them twice?
Well, it doesn't take that into account, I'm sure. So, Indiana, Ohio State, 24-21 Ohio State.
Look at there, Jeff. Crown them. Congratulations, Jeff. Y'all are back-to-back national champions.
That's what Massey thinks.
And it could go that way because Massey's not. I mean, it's right a lot, but it is wrong sometimes.
Yeah, I have some friends that run College Football Nerds website, and they have I'm sure you've seen it.
Yeah, I do. I watch them some. Yeah,
and they have their predictor, which is based on stats. This is like a model,
mm-hmm.
and you can model those games too. And I'll give you an example. Let's just do Alabama and Oklahoma and see what the model says. It likes Oklahoma 23-21. So it breaks it down. It breaks it down the per play basis, yards per average, yards per carry average. Alabama's yards per carry average is 2.1 yards a tote. Oklahoma's is up near 4 a carry.
And we got Rust from 400 to 200.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Total yards per game. The highest yards per game in the playoffs, Ole Miss, 489 yards per game. Texas Tech is number 5, and they'll be the second highest, followed by Indiana at 470, Oregon at 461. It's funny. Some of the team that's favored it is 28, but it's 419 a game.
Yeah.
Now, scoring defense, Ohio State is giving up 8.45 a game. But I'd like to see their offensive ratings that they faced. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The team's offensive scores.
Let's see here, Burge. All right. Here's the next round table topic. First round games. Which team is the scariest of the bunch besides James Madison?
You mean like to upset or?
Yeah.
I mean, really, the only upset that you could really have, and I don't know how big of an upset it is, would be Miami beating A&M if Miami's home.
I agree.
I don't see Alabama over Oklahoma as an upset.
Right.
And I don't see either one of the other two games being worth a crap. So,
But what if
no.
Ole Miss goes in there with their head between their legs? They're at home. They feel all comfortable and cool. And no, okay. What if James?
It's the first playoff game ever at the Grove. It's going to be wild. I don't care if – I mean, hell, Lane Kiffin may be there. You never know.
He's going to be there with his dog and all.
Yeah. Well, his family still lives there.
What about James Madison?
You know, honestly, since they're in the playoffs and they're gonna be fired up and ready to go, they're not going to – I mean, they're still going to probably get blown out or beat pretty good. But you're going to see max effort. You're going to see everything they got. You know,
we have seen Boise State beat Oklahoma one time.
You know, maybe during the season. Now, I doubt coaches would do this, but maybe during the season when you have that, when you're a JMU or you're Tulane, you obviously want to give your best effort, but you're trying to win your conference too. So maybe if you got a guy that's a little beat up here and there, they're not playing against Ole Miss in the regular season. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You think that could happen? And that's why the regular season game was so sloppy. You know, I'm just saying. I'm just giving it.
They had felt like kind of the same thing that Mercer and Auburn game. Mercer had their FCS playoff to go to, and they pulled some of their guys late, and they're like, you know what, this is a good scrimmage for us, and we don't give two rips about beating Auburn. We just get our guys to go hit some people. They're bigger and faster than us in a lot of places. But like James you know, or like Tulane and Ole Miss, they're like, we're not winning this game. Let's go in here and run our plays, see what we look like, and get some real SEC speed. But Summerall's like, yeah, we got a season to play, man. We got our own conference to deal with. I'm not trying to really win this game. You know, if we, you know, do whatever, but it's not pressing like they're going to fire me if I lose to Ole Miss.
They got Sonetti fired up or ready to come on next after the break.
I ain't got nothing for him.
Hey, he got the job done in the championship game. I'm a little surprised. I hope he don't come on there acting cocky like he has in the past. Because
why do you think he's going to say? Of course he is.
There's an opportunity where he could face up against some of these teams that he's been, you know. Do you not think Oklahoma or Alabama or Ole Miss or Georgia or, you know, any of these teams are chomping at the bit to try to shut Indiana up?
Georgia could play them for the title.
Yeah. If we play Indiana for the title, that's a good thing because that means that we got by Ole Miss or Ohio State. So
yeah. But you know how many guys we got injured?
Yeah. True.
You know how many guys do they have out? And Georgia, all these teams over here in this, you know, in the quarterfinal, they ain't gonna play till first of next month.
Jeff's got a good point. They lost to make them hungry, and they only lost one spot, so they still get
same things last year.
Well, they didn't get a bye last year, but they will.
Right. Yeah. I mean, you know, that loss though, you know, kind of don't taste good, and it kind of makes you Saban said it. He said that, you know, year that they lost that game to Ole Miss that year, or no, A&M. So, man, that just, you know, made us refocus and like, you know, Manziel beat him. Like, well, we're going to refocus and go win this thing. It gives talking points for the coach. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yep.
Well, we've went down through it and we've broke it down 3 different ways. We've given our thoughts and predictions. We've got a shock games that we may see for first round. Massey has claimed Ohio State the national champion. So everybody else, you might as well just stop at the front door and get you watch and your bag of oranges on the way out for Christmas and a pack of socks. Congratulations, Jeff, to thee on being back-to-back national champions. They uses it for motivation.
Besides those 2 games in the first round, I look at there could be some. It could be a very interesting.
Yes,
playoff.
Heartline's going to be that. Birds, would you please tell him to stop talking about firing their offensive coordinator?
He thinks he's going to take a head coaching job somewhere.
Oh, okay. You're saying it from that side. Okay, I got you. Well, where's he going to go? Penn State's field. They got Campbell from Iowa State. I mean, that job's closed. So,
man, for some reason, I decided to start the Bengals quarterback on my fantasy team, and they're playing in a snowy Buffalo. I didn't even know. That sucks.
Oh, well. He said he's already signed with USF. What?
Has he?
When did I miss that one?
He's not going to leave though.
No.
There's no need to go down there. They might as well finish it off.
Yeah, the small school, when you move down to small school, he's probably got some guys down there running some recruiting for him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, I ain't saying he ain't split. I mean, he's got split interest, but
well, we'll come back on at 6 tonight, and we'll break down. We'll talk about Little Bama, Georgia, and I'll go back through some of these games, and
I'll let you and Dean handle it tonight. I think I'll be at the grandparents' house around that time.
Oh yeah, let's see, week 15. Yeah, we'll run through some of these. Texas Tech, BYU. We'll talk about it too.
Do they put the bowl matchups out today too?
Gosh, hold on. Let's see.
Maybe they do.
Let me click on it. See what they got. There's a bowl schedule. It come out yesterday.
Huh.
It don't say. Let's see. Quarterfinals. It just says what Goodyear Cotton Bowl will be the 31st. January 1st be your quarterfinal. Orange Bowl. They're just saying what station it's going to be on, what time. Noon.
Oh, it actually does have the other bowl games though. It has some of the
Rose Bowl at 4:00. Let's see here. Okay, go to Chick-fil-A. Yeah, we'll talk about that tonight. Well, they are South Carolina State. Okay, I got you. Missouri State, Arkansas. Where's some?
That's what I was looking for. The bigger games. They don't have them all named yet.
Wasabi Fenway Bowl in Boston. Okay, darn it. Okay. Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl. What? On the C-Dub in Arizona.
Hawaii Bowl, Hawaii and California.
Yeah, let me sign me up for that one. The J-Lab Birmingham Bowl at UAB will be at 2:00 on the.
Oh, here you go. Here you go. This is interesting. Already done. Goodyear Cotton Bowl. Ohio State will host Cotton Bowl. Georgia will be All-State Sugar Bowl. Capital One Orange Bowl, A&M, and Indiana will be in the Rose Bowl, just like we said.
By God, I tell you what, that's why you hit the damn subscribe button. What are y'all talking about? God almighty.
There you go.
All right, y'all come back 6:00 tonight, and we'll dig into the bowl games and see who we like in some of those. And this will be our 7th year picking bowl games. Me and Dean started it in bowl season this time in 2019.
Let me give Jeff a little information. Rome has yet to play their Final Four matchup. They're waiting on the Gainesville Langston Hughes results. Rome will play Thursday night in Rome against Gainesville. Winner will go to the title game the next week.
Where y'all get out here, hit the thumbs up. Find Burge over there on Twitter. Follow his channel. Subscribe over there and find him on YouTube, Northwest Georgia Scoreboard Show. Burge, appreciate you coming on and shooting the jab with me this morning here for a little while. I think we got it about all figured out.
Yes, sir.
All right. I'll holler at you later, bro. All right. All right, everybody. That'll do it for a special emergency edition here for College Football Bracket Show. And come back for the full show tonight at 6. Me and the Diamond Dean. will be on, and we'll look at some bowl games and see where everybody's at and what they got going on. So thank you. God bless you. We'll see you after a while.